Top of the morning to you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be showing something that I'm really excited to show. Been working on it for the past like couple of weeks, and it's something that I designed as a kid. So yeah, it's also something to add on to it. The majority of this video is going to be like me showing like the different designs and variations so nobody can steal this and like make it for themselves and then try to sell it more, because people get greedy. So yeah, I just wanted to show this. So I'm just basically going to show you like a small glimpse of it. It's going to be blurred out, obviously. But if you don't want to see it when it's blurry, then just skip to this timestamp. This is it right here. Let's get on. So I'm going to show you guys in this video, just as a short little pizzazz thing, I'm going to show you guys how I went from this black piece of plastic garbage to this. Yeah, it's way better than the first original design. If you look on this one, you can see that I thought about, making it one part. In that one, I didn't. And this, I thought it could probably just clip together. I realized that was a very bad idea because I wanted to get this piece. Hold up, let me take this off. I wanted to get this piece right here, be able to hold it as a necklace, So I wanted to be able to do that, but I wouldn't have been able to do that because this side needed to be open for that. And this side, I can't really 3D print that because it would just be like a horizontal slit and little thing popping out. And that would not be good for structural integrity. So, yeah. And I also included like a couple different clips on some of the sides, so you can grab it better. But I eventually found out that that was useless. So, yeah, that's version 1. Let's see, got a bag right here. I went through a lot of like black in this until I actually got into like doing the colors and everything. Which one's version 2? I think this is version 2. This could be version 2. This right here is version 2. And if you look at that, I finally got the clip on it. I didn't want to wait until the end to add the clip. I immediately added on all the designs, which is very poor for like waste management, because I could have saved like a whole bunch of filament in not doing that. So one thing that is different in this is, I don't know if you could see it, but I added like some sort of angle at one of the sides so that you could slide it in and out. Thought that was probably a good thing to add on early. And I made it 2 parts, so it's not just one part, stuck together. And my goodness, this, if you look on the side, I fixed this later, but you look at that, the layer lines. Okay, you might not be able to say that, but the layer lines are horrible, and the clip is also horrible because it's affected by the layer lines, and it was horrible whenever I printed the other sides or other models of it. So I changed that in, I think, version 3 or 4. And I also wanted to add this little end piece right here. It's like something that comes out right here. I don't know, you might be able to see it or not. But you could probably see it, yeah, like right there, that side thing. It's supposed to clip in and stop it from sliding. Did a horrible job because it did work, but it stops it, barely stops it from sliding this way. And then nothing on the other side to stop from sliding, and that's horrible. So 7 minutes in already. Oh, I hate this. Okay, version 3. This one was a little bit better. I finally did like some function in it. So that piece right there is supposed to go into these slots that was supposed to slide back and forth. I did modify this a little bit with the clipping, because you know in the last one it was horrible. So I changed it to be a little bit more solid. And I have no idea where this like end comes in. I have no idea I have no idea where or why that went down. I kind of saw it and I was like, oh, I have no recollection of doing that on the model, but it's okay. It actually came in like very much clutch later on. So that's amazing. So yeah, and I also added this piece right here, which I glued on because, like, if I were to 3D print it, the way that I was 3D printing, I was 3D printing it like this from up or from bottom down, from bottom up, and I would have had so much horrible stuff on that, or the the bottom of it would have looked horrible. Was that version 3 or version 4? Hold up. Okay, so version 4 right now, it's literally pretty much the same. I did try to change like the sides of these to go in a little bit more because I was confused at why it wasn't clipping together. But I actually, while I was printing, I realized I was printing it like down up. You're supposed to not do that because that was really bad on these little side clips. So I changed that and I flipped it over to go like this. That is in version 5, but we're still on this one. So on the clips, I did change that to make it a little bit bigger so it would clip in a little better. And I think I made this side a little bit thicker. Right, let's go on to version 5. Now, which one of these three is version 5? I think this is... No, that's after that. This one right here, not this one. This piece right here is version 5. So if you look on this top piece, I made it 3D printed from bottom up, and I had this piece flipped around so you could get that nice like gradient texture on there. I eventually changed that for technical purposes, but I'm going to explain that later. But yeah, that is version 5, and still this piece has no use, basically. Like, it's completely you did not hear that. It's completely useless right now, but that changes in the next version. So that's version 5. Now we are on to version 6. This one, the sides weren't clipping right very well, so I just changed that and make it way harder to unclip, and that led into it cracking on the side, making it nearly impossible to unclip. So I had to change that. And also, if you look right here, you can see that it's very wide, which I forgot to say this, but basically I took this, right, flipped it right here. It was going from down up. So I had a hole in there, right, that little piece, and I was supposed to come over and clip into that. But this one was way too wide, so barely printed, so it easily just snapped on into a couple of pieces. I changed that in version 7. I think it was version 7. So yeah, so I had this little piece, which, you know, was coming down because I found out that it's nearly impossible here to have it glue onto the piece that was supposed to attach to the utility blade. So I just had it come out of that piece and instantly be, you know, glued together to that piece, or 3D printed together. And it was supposed to clip into here. What the heck is my dog doing? He's outside. Anyways, let's just speed through these. I have so many more to go, and it's already about 20 minutes. I need to edit the video. I hate that. So now on to version 7. Not much has changed other than the bevel. I made it less, and which was way too little. Version 8, I changed that. And this was the first version that I actually got that clip that I was talking about in the other one to work. If you look here, you can see the gradient. I love the gradient. I wish I could have kept the gradient somewhat, but I couldn't, so, because design and stability issues. So version 6 is over with. Is that version 6? I keep on forgetting. That's version 7. Okay, that's version 7. Version 8. I found an issue. Whenever I put that piece on or attach that piece, it would unclick, and because you're going to need to take it off and put it back on if you want to replace the blade. I chose to leave it for me to fix later. Never do this, children. Face your fears and do it head on. So anyways, that was pretty much it with this one. Literally like no changes at all. So now this is version 8 or 9. Yeah, this one was pretty simple. Good. Just press the button, which, oh, the button was the new addition. So, okay, let me show you one of the versions. That's why I had to remove this piece right here, that gradient, that beautiful, gorgeous gradient. I had to remove it because I needed a function to be able to, so the blade wouldn't keep on sliding up and down without stopping. Okay, so I realized that my explanation sounded like gibberish, so I'm going to explain it in a very simple way. Here's the piece. Now, normally I would have printed it like this, where I could get a nice gradient texture. However, with the addition of this new little tap here that's supposed to stop the blade from just sliding around whenever it wants, I can't really do that, because if I did that, it just wouldn't look good or function at all. So I had to print it on the side, like that, which only gave the gradient to this side. It sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. This is version 10. Now, this was right before I wanted to start painting it, or this was when I was going to paint it, but it was also whenever I couldn't paint it, because I'll explain to you in a second, and I'll show you consequence of your own actions. So, right here, simple part, it's a back plate because I can't find the rest of it, but if you look on the back, I added some Hebrew, a Hebrew word, which means boom, right there, explanation, and then my logo. It's great. And then I'm going to show you the consequences of my own actions. And when I say that, I mean adding paint, because I thought, oh my goodness, this, I need painting it. It's going to be amazing. No, it's not, because paint stinks. And I don't just mean that literally, like it also completely prevents this from like sliding out. It, after it dries, have you heard of that one saying where it's like, if you bring a paint bucket in a room, or a bucket of paint in a room, does the room get smaller, or does it just do whatever? I forget what the rest of the saying is, but it gets smaller, turns out. And I learned that because it's super hard. I hate that. And I did more painting, and I bought paint for it, and the paint was expensive, and I regretted it, but now I have paint, so can't really complain. The utility knife blade part, because that was very much susceptible to breaking, so I had to change the angle on it so that it can connect easily and not break as easily. Doesn't make any sense, but I also chose to spray paint this one. I thought it was my final design because I thought like, oh, 7, that sounds good. No, you don't just end at 7, because there are some major flaws with number 7. Mainly, utility blade falling out. The consequences of my own actions. This piece right here, I changed it a little bit because I thought, oh, well, this is great, you know. I have a couple of people saying, hey, you should probably like add another part so that whenever you could just clip it in whenever you're cutting something. I tried that, and let me just tell you, it is super annoying. Yeah, so don't do that. This was the one that I tried gluing. Yay, I tried gluing it on because I thought, oh, since the utility blade thing part is not attaching properly, you could just glue it. But then I realized that is a horrible idea. You should never do it, because you need to take the utility blade out and replace it. And you can't do that if it's glued on. I forget what version we're on. I don't care. Throw that out. Don't fix it in editing. I don't know. The one thing that I did fix in this one, which I'm very proud of, is this piece right here. This part. See it? It pops out. See that? It has a little bit of a clip. You can unclip it and clip it, and it won't break. This one. This one right here. It's first colored one. I think that was the only achievement that I had with this one. It's the first colored version. I wish I did a fix on this one, but yeah. So it's the first colored one. Not very good. But yeah. So blade still falls out in this one. Last version. I think. Yeah, this is the last version. So not the last version. I'm going to put this aside so I can show you one of the ones that I finished and I'm selling right now. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful shine. So this right here is backing. This little line that goes across here. It's a track. Right? So it goes back up and down, up and down, up and down. It's clipped on there. And it has a little bit extra going out from the top of it. So then it can slide into the track. So clip on there. Bam. Right. Jump up and down. Blade doesn't fall out. And if you want to take it off, clip it off. Press down. Slide it out. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. There we have it. That is what I'm selling, and I'm also selling it with these necklaces. And no, okay. I need to just explain this. Like this rope right here, it's not what I'm gonna be, or it is what I'm gonna be selling it with, but it's not just gonna be sold with this. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this is super uncomfortable. So I'm not just gonna be selling it with that. So basically, I was talking to God earlier, and I felt like he was saying, like, not all crosses are comfortable to wear. Which I just want to say, this was bought from Dollar Tree. I'm not going to be, well, I'm not just going to be selling this with it, because it's uncomfortable. So, you know, I'm not going to force anybody to wear something that's extremely uncomfortable like this. But I felt like God was saying, like, not all crosses are comfortable to wear. And yeah, it's pretty much it. Or comfortable to bear, more like. But I don't know. Hold up, guys. I forgot to do the glamour shots. I'm going to be showing you guys the glamour shots over some time about now. But before I do, I just wanted to say, you guys can buy these off of Etsy, right? I have a couple of them on Etsy for about, I don't know how much they are, but I'm going to be putting them in the description below if you guys want to get one. Yeah, and hopefully, if these sell well, then I will be able to make like a whole bunch more, which I'm hoping to be making like more versions, you know, more better ones, you know. I don't know, we'll just see where this goes. Also, the files will be available if you guys want to buy them. So yeah, Etsy.com or link in the description, like down below. And I'll see you guys later. The clips are playing. So you're probably wondering, what is this? Like, what the heck is this? Is it like just a necklace? Like, who's gonna buy a necklace? No, this is not just a necklace, because as you can see, like because if you look at it right now, it's just a cross. But if you flip it upside down, and I know a lot of people will get mad about that, but slide it up, it's cross both ways, and a utility knife, which is nice. And not just that, it's not just a cross utility knife, because it seems very small if it's just a cross utility knife, because you can also wear it on, and just clip it in there, carry it wherever you want to go. Like, just have it. It is a cross utility knife necklace. I spent so long designing this.